Which one of these should this video be on? The P50 10K, the 100 watt 25K P63, or the 3-in-1, the P21-E1. I'm actually going to do this guy. I also have this little thing. It has a built-in cable, but it throttles really quickly from what I hear. I don't know. We're going to do a video. We're going to test it. But right now, I'm going to work on this one because I have a job, but I can only make so many videos between my, work. So, yeah, this is the 30 watt 3-in-1. I love my 3-in-1s because you can just bring this one thing with you and you can have a power bank if you have no wall outlet nearby. And if you do have a wall outlet nearby, you can have infinite power. And then when you need to leave that area, you just take it off the wall and the battery inside it keeps your phone or your gadget going. And this could be a good 3-in-1, or it could be a garbage 3-in-1, or it could just be okay. All right, so first impressions. It looks pretty nice. It's got a button here. It shows it's 100%. That's a first. I've never had something ship at 100%. You got the AC prongs, plug it into the wall, and then you can plug in your phone to this USB-C port here, or you can use the built-in retractable cable. Yeah, it's just a built-in cable, and it can charge up your device. If you need to charge a second thing, you can use that USB-C cable. If you need to charge a third thing, you can use this built-in cable, this USB-C cable, and this USB-A cable. If you want to charge up an older iPhone at 30 watts, you're going to want to purchase a USB-C to Lightning cable, and you're just going to plug it into the USB-C port there and plug this into your older iPad or older iPhone. All right, looks like we do have some information on the bottom. All right, so we have some safety listings, and then we have all the specifications. So I want to go ahead and plug it into the wall. It's got a pretty nice little indicator there. Ignore this one. This one's charging up some batteries. But it's got a pretty nice little indicator there, and it shows 100% with no power draw because it's fully charged. Now our iPhone is at 21%, so it's pretty low. I am going to connect a tester to the bottom of my phone and connect the USB-C port that is built in. It says in and out. And we can see right away that we're charging at 30 watts instantly. So that's cool. Looks like it has a little indicator that shows that it's charging. Yeah, because it goes away when you unplug it. And then it comes back. So yeah. All right. So what happens when we disconnect it from the wall? All right. So it does renegotiate, like it redoes everything. I really do hope that's not the case and that we do see more than 7 watts. Oh, no. Okay. Whew. I was literally about to say this is going to be a waste of y'all money. As you can see, we are currently charging the phone with the built-in cable, and it is not connected to the wall outlet. It is using the battery that's inside this charger, and we're charging our 17 Pro Max at 30 freaking watts, baby. That's a fast charge. Okay. And let's see what happens when we get to the break room at work or our office or, whatever, and we can plug it into the wall. All right. Super freaking cool. We got 33 watts coming from the wall, as you can clearly see right there. And the phone is receiving 30 watts. Now I'm going to disconnect this again. For some reason, it shows 7 watts at first. And then without doing anything, it changes it to the maximum output of 30 watts automatically. So it does look like there is some time between unplugging and plugging there where it has to switch, but it does. All right, I'm going to let my phone charge up and we'll come back. So I was just playing video games and watching videos and playing on my tablet, and I looked over and I saw that my phone was charging at 15 watts. Now it's currently charging at 12.5. And I was like, okay, maybe this got hot. Nope, this is not even warm to the touch. This is still cool. Okay, so about here, it's slightly warm, just slightly. But no, My phone is at 77% and I have the 80% limit on. So yeah, I went from 20 to 80 in no time at all. And I have 68% of the battery left on here. That's crazy. All right, now what I want to do is plug up a USB charger and pretend you didn't have an outlet nearby, but you had like a laptop that had output, or an already I don't know, for whatever reason, you just plug that in and it looks like it charges at 20 watts using the built-in USB-C cable. And there's a little circle that has like sections or sectors, and it's currently flashing and letting us know that it's charging. So what if I plug it into the wall outlet? Okay, that's not good. You don't want to see that. That is very low. All right, so let's give it another shot. Plug it in. All right, so that's a good sign. It is charging at 20 watts. So whether you use the wired right here and you plug this into a charger, or if you just plug it directly into the wall, you're gonna get 20 watts. So we're gonna do a time lapse and show how long it takes to go from empty to full. But while it's doing that, take note of how this is acting, right? You have the little bolt icon there. You've got the number 8 flashing. You've got the little sector flashing. What happens if we plug up a Samsung S25 Ultra? So super fast charging, that's a good sign. And even better, it does reflect down there that we're currently using PPS. So that's awesome. This charger definitely supports Samsung super fast charging and the PPS protocol. That's great because also like Google devices, for example, will be able to charge rapidly and get their full input. And we already saw that with iPhone, I was getting 30 watts. All right, so we're charging at 20 watts. I'm gonna plug in the phone again. But instead of caring what we see on here, what do we see on here? What's going on with this? So the little bolt's still there, but the little sector is not currently flashing. So right now, the battery in here, in this thing, is not currently charging because this thing doesn't have enough power to deliver 20 watts to the phone and also charge the battery in here. Now, the good thing is my iPhone is getting close to being fully charged. We saw that it was at like 77%. Now that it's only putting 10 watts into the phone, well, it was charging the battery in here, but it had to stop. It's charging the phone. So yeah, whenever the power on the phone gets down really low, then it will see that and it will switch over and it will start charging the battery in here. So this is really cool because you can connect your phone overnight. Your phone's at 100% and then the battery in here is at 100%. And then when you leave, you just unplug that and now this is fully charged. And when your phone gets low, you just plug it into this thing. Super freaking fantastic. I'll have a link to this thing in the description below if you want to purchase one of these for yourself. My biggest complaint is the fact that it only charges at 20 watts using the wall or with the power delivery cable plugged into something else. So 20 watts isn't a whole lot, but it's also not terrible. But there are some that when you plug it in like this, it could charge at 30 watts full speed from beginning to end. Or if you use the cable, it could charge at 30 watts. This one cannot do that. It's only 20. But it does look really nice. And real quick, we'll test how it performs when you plug in more than one device. Usually when this happens, it tanks the performance. And look at that. So 30 watts from the wall, the little sector's flashing, and it's charging the phone at 13 watts. So right now, since it's not putting 20 or more watts into the phone, it's able to use some of that for the battery in there. But we're going to go ahead and plug up a Samsung. And as you can see, both devices are currently charging at 7 watts. That's 7.5. We get a fixed voltage, no more PPS, fixed voltage. And yeah, we're drawing 17.98 from the wall total. But what happens when we connect up a third device and we want to charge up a Google Pixel? All right, so the Pixel is currently charging. These devices are still getting 7. Whoa, that's getting 3. But it says it could do 7 like before. So we're pulling 21 from the wall. We're not currently charging the battery inside the power bank. So you can definitely charge 3 things at once. And then once all 3 things are charged, then it will charge the battery in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Please follow me on my social media accounts. I'm most active on my YouTube community page. This is What Would Josh Do? And I'm out.